I would like to ask the SMS, what's the distinction between the AGO's report and that of the KPMG audit report on AHTC, given that they also uncover a series of lapses, as people may be confused between and draw comparisons and similarity between the two reports. Would the SMS give us a proper perspective on this, to borrow the word of Ms. Lim just now?
Madam, I thank Mr. Liang Eng Hwa for his question. There is a world of difference between the lapses found in government agencies and those at HPTC, or now known as HTC. They are different in scale, in nature, and in the way government agencies and the Town Council have each responded to problems when they are found. First, HPTC's accounts have been unreliable. Its own auditors repeatedly gave the Town Council a disclaimer of opinion, which is the least desirable audit opinion. AGO concluded in 2015 that there was no assurance that AHPTC's accounts are accurate and reliable, or that public funds are properly spent, accounted for, and managed. There is no similar problem in government. The accounts of ministries, departments, organs of state, and statutory boards have all been found by AGO and independent auditors to be reliable and prepared in accordance with the law. Public funds are properly accounted for, and we know what they are being used for. Second, the problems at HTC, formerly HPTC, are of a systemic nature, not just a matter of individual lapses. The independent accountant, KPMG, found a further 70 control failures in HTC, in addition to the 115 found previously by AGO and statutory auditors. To quote KPMG in their July 2016 report, control failures are pervasive, cutting across key areas of governance, financial control, financial reporting, procurement, and records management over the course of 5 years. There is an issue larger than the sum of individual lapses at AHTC. As I've explained earlier, there has been no such systemic problem in government. From this year's and past year's AGO reports, there's no evidence of widespread compliance problems. There's certainly no culture of non-compliance. Third, in the case of AHPTC, there are serious issues to do with personal gains from related third-party transactions. The General Manager, Deputy General Manager, and Secretary of the Town Council were also the owners and directors of FM Solutions and Services Private Limited, FMSS, which provided managing agent services to HPTC and received payments. In addition, the Secretary of HPTC was the sole owner of FM Solutions and Integrated Services, FMSI, which provided maintenance and lift rescue services to AHPTC and likewise received payments. In a review carried out by ACRA, it was found that the profit margins of FMSS were abnormally high. The total payments by HPTC to FMSS owners and directors amounted to 22% of FMSS revenue in financial year 12 and 13, and grew further to 36% in FY 13-14. The conflicts of interest highlighted by AGO in the HPTC case are fundamentally different from the case of Nanyang Polytechnics NYP and its subsidiary NYPI that was highlighted in the AGO report. As explained by Acting Minister for Education Ong Yi Kang yesterday, the case of NYP and NYPI, there was no question of personal gain. There were no personal interests involved on the part of the directors of NYP and NYPI, and no leakage of money to any third parties. NYPI is wholly owned by NYP, and any profits made by NYPI will only benefit NYP. Fourth, our government agencies and HPTC have been completely different in the way they have responded to problems when they are found. Notwithstanding the shortcomings and failures identified by their own auditors and subsequently the AGO, HPTC did not take prompt measures to rectify these problems despite repeated requests by MND to do so. This resulted in MND having to bring an application to court, and it was only after the court order was made that KPMG was appointed as an independent accountant by AHPTC. KPMG has been issuing monthly reports since April 2016. In its latest monthly report, published in July 2016, 4 years since HPTC's auditors first voiced their reservations of the accounts, KPMG had stated that progress remedying the control failures has been slow. We understand that HTC is working on its remedial plans. In the June 2016 KPMG report, HTC has updated and implemented its revised conflict of interest policy, which now extends to HTC's town councillors, management and employees, and supporting procedures to manage conflict of interest. However, the other remediation plans on the governance of related party transactions were still unresolved. By contrast, every government agency takes AGO findings seriously. Where there are lapses, they're openly acknowledged and steps taken to address them as soon as possible. The Auditor General has himself noted their commitment to rectify the lapses and put in place measures to prevent future occurrences. So to conclude, let me emphasize once again that the lapses found in government are wholly different from HTC's problems. Our accounts are reliable, unlike HTC's. There is no systemic weakness in government agencies, unlike what the auditors have found at the Town Council. Unlike HPTC 2, there was no question of personal gains in any of the lapses highlighted in this year's AGO report. And finally, the ministries and agencies have, in all instances, taken steps to rectify the weaknesses identified. Our system is transparent, accountable, and responsive, and we look forward to the same in HTC as it hopefully rectifies its problems.